Hello and welcome to the Week 6 eviction for 1984, the Golden Age. We are here for the eviction between one Chris and Tim. So first, we will go through some questions with some of the house guests. So Yoshi, as HOH this week, how important was winning this competition to you?
It was like semi-important, I feel like, and then going through the competition, and then when I actually had to knock people out of it, it was super important because pretty much it makes you show your cards. So yeah, that was not fun. That's all.
So Grace, you did survive the vote for eviction last week and then found yourself right back on the block during the double. So with you not being on the block right now, what have you been doing with this safety?
I've just been relaxing and just talking to people and doing what I need to do because that was just that whole night in general was awful because I almost went home and then I got thrown back up. So I was just like, I'm going to dial down this week for sure because I'm not going to do all this again. No.
So Tim, during the double eviction, you did use the veto on Chris. Do you think that had influence on why you two are sitting next to each other on the block right now?
I don't think that's why Chris is up. It's more because the reason I'm up, I think Yoshi just assumed that if I won POV, I would use it on Chris again. I mean, I would have been like Jimmy if I won and I gave my word to the HOH. I wouldn't have used it. But, it's the way it goes sometimes.
Speaking of the POV, Jimmy, you were able to win the power of veto this week. So what was your strategy this week in not using it?
Oh boy. Well, first of all, I just really wanted to win it just so I could win a competition, and that's one of my favorite competitions that I watch, so I was happy to be able to play it. Once I had it, now I have to decide what to do, and there were really only three options, like Tim said. I could use it on Tim, I could use it on Chris, or I could not use it. It was a really hard decision, but I decided it would be less boat rocked if I didn't play it.
So, Chris, during the double eviction, you were saved with the power of veto, but this time that was unable to happen. What is your strategy in keeping yourself safe now?
I pretty much said what I needed to say and hope that people got what I was giving to them. I'm nothing but loyal in this game to the people that I'm loyal to, and if it gets me safe this week, it gets me safe. If it gets me evicted, at least I tried.
So X, as you have won a good amount of competitions this week to keep yourself safe, what did you have to do this week since you did not win any competitions this week?
Honestly, to start with, this week was definitely weird for me. I kind of didn't have much sway. So be it, a lot of people do that. To keep myself safe this week, I really had to base it off my past HOHs and who I didn't nom. Luckily for me, Yoshi's someone I haven't nommed in this game, so I think that kind of kept me safe, as well as the fact that there was maybe a bigger target in hand for them this week. So I just think my past and the fact that I got lucky that I didn't nominate someone that got HOH kept me safe, but there wasn't much in terms else I could do as I wasn't in POV and I lost the HOH, so that's it.
So Nikita, as we are now going into the final 8, with so few people left in this game, what do you have to do to keep yourself safe at this point in the game?
You're muted.
Sorry. I was like, I got a question, and then Michael interrupted me, and I was like, oh. Well, I believe that the key to keeping oneself safe in this competition is really up to each individual person as a player. Every single person in this cast, whether evicted at this point or in the house at the moment, we all have such different like personas and different approaches to playing the game at all. And I don't think there's any one surefire way for anyone to keep themselves safe. At this point, because it is such an amazing casting group of people, anyone can go for any small or big reason. So for me, if you're asking me as a person, my strategy for keeping myself safe in the future is to flip my scarf, tip my hat, and have a grand old time. Ding!
Okay, so house guests, with that, it is now time to vote. However, I would like to give the two nominees each their final plea to you to stay. So Chris, you will be first tonight.
All right, so I just want to say thank you to Michael, Paige, Blake, Burks, and Sam for casting me this season. It was an honor to be a part of the 1984 game. It was an honor to be a part of the 1984 family. To my mom who's down the hall, I'm sorry if I get evicted, but I'll be seeing a lot more of you. House guests, first and foremost, I have nothing but love and respect for each and every one of you. Even you, Fire X, I still have love and respect for you. Game-wise, you know how I play this game. You know I'm a loyal person to the people I'm loyal to, and I hope that you can see that in this vote tonight. Tim, nothing but love and respect for you too, buddy. With that, take me home, Julie.
Thank you, Chris. And Tim.
I've thought about what to say here, and yeah, Chris, I do respect you. I don't regret using Power Veto on you at all, and I hate that I'm up here with you. Now for the not so nice part, at least for you. Jimmy came to me, and he gave me pictures of Michael's blogs, and it said, "Pay attention to detail." And he thought it meant the next HOH competition. What he didn't realize is that in the last 3 videos, there was a Post-it note over Michael's shoulder. If you go back, you can see it. And I figured it out, and I messaged production about it. And I won the power to block 3 votes at Eviction. And I know that this vote's going to be very close. I'm pretty sure I know what the result's going to be, and I'm very unsure, but I'm going to have to use this at this eviction. I'll give you all 3 a reason why. Jonah, we haven't really talked at all, so I know you're evicting me, so that's fine. Jimmy, we've talked, and you've said to my face that, due to past relationships, you didn't want to fuck over Chris. And even though you've told me you saved me, I don't 100% believe you, so I'm going to have to block your vote as well. And then Grace, I told you haven't really responded if you're going to save me or not, so I'm just assuming you're evicting me at this point, and even then you're 50-50, so I'm going to have to block your vote as well. And I'm sorry, Chris, if this ends your game, but, it's got to be what's best for me.
Okay, so with that, before we start voting, I can confirm Tim does have the golden block power, which means he does have the ability to void 3 votes at the eviction. He has chosen to void Jimmy, Jonah, and Grace's votes, so they will not be voting tonight. So that means our only 3 voters tonight will be Nikita, X, and Bria. So when I call your name, I will need each of you 3 to go to your confessional chat and confirm your vote. Nikita, you are up first tonight.
Okay.
Bria, since you just got on, I want to update you. Tim has used the golden block power, and he has chosen to void 3 votes for eviction. He is voiding Jimmy, Jonah, and Grace's votes. Just so you're up to speed.
I think the world of both of you. I think you're both amazing individuals. And I wish you both the best of luck, regardless of what's about to happen. Oh, God. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I know I have to. Okay.
Thank you. X, you are up next.
Good luck, nominees, but I did make very clear who I was voting, so no reason to be fake. Good luck.
Thank you. And Bria, please confirm your vote to evict. Thank you. Okay, house guests, I have the vote. When I reveal the vote, the evicted house guest will just have a few moments to say goodbye and leave the Zoom chat. By a vote of 3-0, Chris, you have been evicted from 1984.
No,
I'm so sorry, Chris. I'm so sorry.
play hard. I cannot wait to see the outcome. Tim, I love you. I'm not mad
Love
at
you
you.
too.
I understand it. I wish you all the best of luck. Paige, ninth place is so fucking awesome. So you're so welcome. And with that, peace and blessings, bitches. Love you all. Bye,
We love you,
guys.
Love you,
Chris.
Chris.
Love you, Chris.
Okay, so with that, congratulations on staying. So as you all already know, the Head of Household competition is a semi-live competition. So you will each have to find a time with production to do your Head of Household competition. You will have until 10 p.m. tomorrow to complete this. I'm going to end the recording. So thank you to everybody who's